Hello, welcome to Monday Night Live 41. So it's been a couple of weeks. We are completely and utterly bootstrapping it tonight. We've got one light, we've got hardly any. I may miss your comments for a pretty good reason, I think, but we'll go through that shortly. So welcome. It's been a few weeks, so thanks very much for joining me. So big news that we'll get to in just a moment. But I just wanted to do a quick little recap of what's happening. Well, let's do what's happening tonight. So we've got a Garrett Pro Pointer 2 that didn't get given away at the Nugget hunt. So we're going to give it away tonight. So that's very exciting news. So all you got to do is share that, and then we'll use our random generator to pick a comment in about an hour's time, and we can go from, and we'll send it out to you tomorrow. So that's a $200 odd Pro Pointer, so very good. So there's a stack of people here tonight. Justin and Pat, Young Guns are here. G'day boys, Henny, Robert, Trevor. We'll get to the event. Troy's here, Daryl's here, David, everyone's here. So welcome. So the Nugget hunt. We'll do a bit of a recap. I was going to have videos up and everything, but we might play a little video next week. But there's something not quite going on right with the file that everything's saved on. But just one of the best weekends that I've had metal detecting for such a long time. Friday night, we got there Friday afternoon. There was quite a number of us around the campfire that had a little bit too much to drink and not quite enough sleep, which I'm prone to doing. And it was quite warm up there through the day. So Saturday started off with a shotgun start. The good farmer, they were lovely people up there, Ken and his wife. They brought the shotgun down, and we all got excited about the Ken firing about 100 little lead pellets out into the paddock. None of us thought about that until much later, but just a fantastic event a way to start that event off. It was just incredible. So what it was, there was a token hunt, a fairly large token. There was a stack of coins. There was a kids area. So the kids area kicked off about 9 o'clock. There'll probably be 30 kids at a guess. I've got some great video of all that. Yeah, so the kids had a ball. The adults had a ball too. So it was really funny to watch that everyone sort of scattered, and so at the end, each token was an entry into a prize draw. The machine that won the most prizes was actually an Ace 300. So it just goes to show those little machines are phenomenal on coins and relics. Probably not so flash on the gold, but yeah, so just an all-round fantastic weekend. There was an AT Max given away. Goldrat gave away a stack of sluices and little sluices and bags of pay dirt, and Justin from Cleggy from XP was there, gave away a couple of pinpointers and some other bits and pieces. So just Back again. I don't know what happened there. We just went black. We're back. Give me a moment here, it'll come back. So, after Friday night, a couple of us were a bit hungover, so we spent quite a while standing in a dam, which was just amazing. But dams were full of barra, so no one got the double, a piece of golden barra, but maybe next year. So yeah, fantastic event. If you get an opportunity to go to some of these events, I know they're talking about, I don't know whether, I just saw something pop up, but I don't know, I believe they're going to have a Central Queensland one next year, but I'm kind of hoping that we can organise that the boys can organise a Southeast Queensland one, maybe Northern New South Wales, something like that, because I think that would be a quality event. So yeah, so just an incredible, if you get an opportunity, go along to it. So, and we'll have a little video. My laptop's still frozen solid here, so hopefully I haven't lost all that information. So so that was fantastic. So a lot of you may have noticed that I haven't been around in the shop a whole stack, and I just logged on to the Facebook and noticed there's about 12 messages there I haven't got back to people on. I also know that on my phone there's about, well, I don't know, about 6 messages from today that I've got to get back to people on. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is actually, let me just shrink me down a little bit, is we've actually moved today out of the Uptons building at Browns Plains. We have moved into this little complex here. We've got a standalone shop now, just prospecting. I'm very excited about it. To start with, we've got air conditioning, so in winter and summer, I'm not going to be, when I do this, I'm not going to be freezing cold or people asking me to get a towel. So I'm very excited about that. But we just have a little bit more room. I've got a big table out there. Let me just see if I can click across here. So I took a few before and after photos. So this is the vacant shop that we rented. It's just a little shop. It's about 80 square meters, but we've put a wall up. This is where I'm sitting right now. This is in the back of the shop. We put a little wall up, and this is all the studio stuff that we've got going on here. So so that's fantastic. We've got a standalone area instead of just in the back of an old shed. And here's out the front, this is the work we did today. So of course, stacks of gold rat stuff. We'll have demo, we'll have all sorts of stuff like we had in the old shop, but better. And then this is the, this is sort of the overall shot, looking down the shop at the, that grey wall you see up the top there. The studio's actually out the back behind there. So we've got a, they're not here yet, but I've got a maps. I've got a lot of, well, I've got every geological map of Australia. I'm going to have a stack of topo maps here. We're going to be able to throw them out on that table that you see there and actually have a look at them together. It'd be much better than if you come to the shop. You'll see I'm often writing on maps and giving them to people and that sort of thing. So this is a real sort of standalone. We'll be able to get into some decent gear, decent sort of prospecting, talking about prospecting. We're also, the reason I've sort of designed it like that, and we can sort of take the middle out of the shop, or we will do, and I mean, it's a hell of a mess at the moment. We're still open tomorrow, but we don't close, but it's a hell of a mess. So if you want to come down and have a look, feel free. I haven't even got a sign out the front yet, but the reason we're going to, we have the ability to take the centre out of the shop is I'm kind of hoping we'll be able to run some geological courses here. You know, we might do it on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday. We might get Warren from NQ Explorers and do a special edition how to research relics in the shop live here with Warren. I haven't actually asked him about it, but you know, we'll work something out. But we'll have some fantastic events coming up, so I think we should be I'm very excited about it, and I think most people should be. So where is it? That's the address right there. So we're at Upper Macrobat. So we've moved about, I suppose, about 15 k's north. It's only a 25 minute drive sort of thing. So it's not far, but it's well worth it. Once we get up and running, it will be cracking. So we've actually only got half the bulbs working in the shop at the moment. We haven't quite got to that bit. Yeah, so it's all happening nice and quick. So for those who don't know, I'm Ben from Gold Diggers. We do this every Monday night. That there is my mobile number. If you've got any questions, clearly I won't answer it now, but if you've got any questions, just ring me on that tomorrow. I'm more than happy to ask questions. This is the address of the new shop, and tonight we're giving away a Garrett Pro Point 2. This was actually the prize that I planted a copper nugget. I haven't even got it here. I don't even know where that copper nugget ended up. But I planted a copper nugget at the nugget hunt. It was on an inside bend in a creek with about that much soil over the top of it, and about 20 people walked past it. No one found it. Just goes to show. And it was about 20 grams, 30 grams. It was it was the size of my finger. But no one won this. So tonight we're going to give this away. So, and to do that, you just need to share this post at the end of the video, at the end of the live stream in about 45 minutes time, something like that. We're going to, we'll draw this in the randomizer, and we can go, and I'll send it out to someone tomorrow. Right, so, who's here? Who's here? Trevor's here. G'day, Trevor. Justin, Ken, Baz. Baz has had a good week. He keeps finding nuggets. He sent me a couple of pictures through the week. Yes, a lot of people are liking the new address. It's a lot closer to a lot of people by the look of it. Sorry. Normally have the comments here in front of me, but they're over here to the side, so that's why I'm looking off to the side here. Yeah, Adam asked if we're still in Browns Plains. We've still got the Uptons camping down in Browns Plains, but that'll be changing a little bit too, just in the next month or so. So you have to go over to their Facebook page to go and have a look at that. So yeah. Yeah, so that's the address of the shop there, so feel free. So that's why I've been super slack about getting back to people, simply because like I spent all day on a truck today, and it was, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. So there's a lot of stuff. So I've had a lot of stuff in storage, like I've got maps, and I've got trays of mineral specimens. Like I've got trays and trays of mineral specimens that I've never taken down to Upton, simply because it's actually, you can see them there. You can see them, where is it here? You can see them sitting there on the table, and there's boxes of them just there, sort of thing. So I've got stacks of that stuff that has just been sitting in a shed waiting for a decent premises, sort of thing. So yeah, so I'm really excited to get all this stuff out that I've had, and yeah, go from there. So it'll be really it'll be really exciting. I'm excited to just be able to, you know, have everything here, and all done sort of thing. So, right, so tonight was just about those couple of things. Also the Nugget Hunt did some great shirts. You can't see that limestone one, but gold diggers, you got to buy these at the Nugget Hunt. XP, gold wrap, and of course gold diggers. We sponsored it, so the three people, and also Glendon's gave away a weekend out at Warwick, which was phenomenal. I think yeah, there was a heap of people that donated a heap of little prizes. Like I know Frank and Beck donated a whole stack of gold to give away to the kids. Every kid got a piece of gold to go home with. So yeah. Also, a lot of people saying there wasn't any gold found. There was quite good gold found, and probably a bit better than a gram, I would say, maybe 2 out of a little creek gully that was found on the last day. So yeah, very, very exciting for future if we do run there. But I don't think there was too much detectable gold there. So yeah, but right. So who's got questions? And I need to apologise as well. I've just noticed Sean's comment here that he's missed a couple of episodes. Actually, you haven't. Well, you probably haven't. Couple of weeks ago, I had to look after my young bloke, and he is not a good subject to put on this, let me tell you. He doesn't sit still for a second. So, but the last episode was supposed to be up at the Nugget Hunt, but I just had 0, and I mean 0, reception up there. So it was a bit of a, it was very, very, very difficult to do anything. I even tried to do a live just straight from my phone. I couldn't even do that. So everyone was really struggling with it up there, but that's how it goes. When I get a chance, I'll edit some footage. I've got some really cool drone footage. You know, I've got a lot of footage of people digging in creeks and detecting in the kids section and that sort of thing. So it'll be a really good little video. So, right, so who's got questions? I'm here to answer a million questions. Yes, so I've got the, if you do come down the shop this week, I'll be backwards and forwards between the two, but just bear in mind we haven't got a sign out the front yet. It should be up by the end of the week, but yeah, come down, check it out. We got stuff everywhere, but happy days, you know we're pretty casual sort of thing. So, right, so what do we got here? Barbara's here. G'day, Barbara. Bodell's here. Sky. Yeah, so the prizes tonight, a couple of people asking prizes tonight. I've got a Pro Pointer 2 that people couldn't find at the Nugget Hunt. So we're giving that one away tonight. So happy days. People are asking about whether the address is on the website. Lynn, thank you for that. I think it was Lynn. Lynn, thank you for that. I've forgotten that. The old address is on the website. So I need to just make a quick note of that to change the address on the website. Yes, thank you, Lynn. You just won a Gold Diggers mug, actually, Lynn. I'll contact you after the show. Thanks for that. Yes, so yeah, it's been hectic. This last couple of weeks has just been madness. So. Going up to Gladstone for the weekend, getting back, knackered, trying to organise this lease, then trying to get all this stuff down here, and yeah, so it's been good. Donnie's here. G'day, Donnie. Brett asked a good question. How do you best to take a metal detector on a plane? I pull it apart completely and just pack it in my clothes. That's how I do it. I also, a lot of my machines are in hard cases, so if they're in hard cases, happy days. So you can check them, and some of the, like I think the Garrett one, the Garrett hard case, I can't see it here. There's actually got a little space where you can put a padlock on it. So I have padlocked that case up and just sent it away, sent it on the plane. So yes. Now Denise, I think that I'm putting my glasses back on Denise. I think Vanessa's here as well. Hello, Vanessa. Dean asks, when can I do an independent testing of all the boosters on the market? Dean, I'm not going down that road. The last time I did boosters, it was a bit of a, everyone wanted to have a crack at it, and I couldn't pick a whole lot of difference between them. And really, it's not something you can do in one show. You have to really, boosters are a bit like metal detectors. You have to get used to them. You have to deal with them. You have to spend some time with them. I haven't spent enough time on the gold snitch. I haven't spent enough time on the, I haven't spent enough time on any of them. You know, the steel phase one, I like the steel phase one. The casing's lovely in the steel phase one. It feels nice and robust. But there's a stack of different ones on the market. What I do believe though, no one has sufficiently described to me what the difference between a booster and an enhancer is. From what I understand, there's probably not a lot of difference between an enhancer and a booster. You know, like, who knows? So that's about as much as you're going to get me on boosters. Yeah. So so that's boosters, right? And I'm testing another booster at the moment, and this is the problem with boosters, is that, like, the one I'm testing at the moment seems better than the other two that I've tested. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I really don't know about boosters. Like, you know, I don't know. But anyway, it's all good. Yes, Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you here, Vanessa. Denise is here as well. Denise, I don't know whether I've missed messages from you. I think you were giving me some stick on private messenger about that. Right. Yeah, Trevor makes a good point with travelling with metal detectors. The batteries need to go under the plane. You can't take, particularly lithiums. They don't like them too much on the. They don't like them on inside the cabin. They start smoking and stuff, and they don't like that much. So, Kayla, yes, I've got Garrett ATXs in stock. Depends what coil you want. I've got some of them. I don't have all of them. So give me a ring on this number here, and we can sort you out with a ATX. So that's no troubles at all. So we'll just get rid of some of this stuff. So right. So yes, Linda, lots and lots of snakes about. Huge amounts of snakes about. We at the Nugget Hub up in Gladstone, there was 2 browns mating. That was all that was sighted, I believe. So, but there are snakes around, and they are moving about. It's warm enough. They're on the hunt. There is no doubt about that. They are out and about. So, yeah. So, yeah. So everyone be careful wearing snake gaiters. I'm virtually wearing snake gaiters all year round now. After my winter experience at at 8 degrees in Warwick. Yeah, they were dopey, but I almost stood on one. So when I'm a long way away from anywhere, I'm wearing the gaiters. So there's no doubt about that. So Ricky, we're talking about snake gaiters. I like Snake Protects. They're a green. They're used by the snake catchers. I recently bought a pair. Actually, just bear with me. They're just here. These are a pair of Venom gaiters. They're from Hunter's Element. I just bought them off eBay to see what they're like. They impressed me. They're a pretty good gaiter. So if you're looking for a gaiter, I would stick to those two brands. The Snake Protects one. So these are a hard thing, and you buy them in sizes like that's a medium, right? That doesn't fit my leg, right? And so there's a couple of things I don't like about them. Is they've got sizes, so you've got to get the right size, and if you buy them on eBay, like, they're a pain in the backside to send back and what have you. The other thing I'm not a huge fan of is they don't come with the strap that goes under your boot. See, that's an extra 20 bucks. So where the Snake Protects ones just come complete, they're a bit looser too, so they tend to get a bit more airflow. They're sort of like an old pair of like the difference between the two is these are sleek, probably a bit more modern, camo. The other ones are a bit protect you. They're a bit floppy, a bit comfortable, a bit more like an old pair of comfy slippers sort of thing. So they're the two I know of that are great. So stick to those two and you can't go too far wrong. What was, hello Sherry, Ricky, David. I saw Nadia and David here. They had a great time up at the Nugget hunt. The people are talking here about the Nell coils, upgrading on some of the, I believe it's AT Pro, AT Gold. They will go deeper. The Nell coils, I like the Nell coils on the new machine. Yeah, the Snake Protects, Dean mentions the Snake Protects about 140, 150 bucks plus shipping. I think we used to do them 150 bucks or 160 bucks free shipping, but yeah. Yes, okay, so what time is it? We've just gone 8 o'clock. Yeah, Dustin's here. G'day, Dustin and Donnie. Donnie suggests insulation tape. I hope that's not for snake gaiters, Donnie. I think that'd be some poor advice, and you'd need a few rolls, I would think. So yeah, but I don't think you're talking about. I don't think you're talking about the snake gaiters. I hope not, anyway. So, g'day, Gary. Gary's from a long way away. Johnny Crockford. Johnny Crockford won the at the Nugget hunt. He won the big prize. He won the AT Max, making it his third AT Max that he has now. So yeah. So yes. All right, Victor's here. G'day, Victor, Donnie. Right, who's got questions? Daylight saving throws me. So now things are settled. I'm going back to the old way of doing it, where you will get a time, get a reminder, and it will give you the correct time. It corrects the for daylight saving automatically. Facebook's very clever like that. So yeah, so we'll go back to the old way of doing it. We tried to get a bit tricky and it doesn't work. So yes. Michael, will we do an open day? Yes, we're going to do a grand opening, prizes to be given away sausage sizzles to be had. I may even sit down and have a beer at 3 or 4 o'clock. So by that stage, we'll have a lot of work done. So Canoona area for gold, Greg, we can probably have a good look at that. It's very, very tough to do every area. There's a lot of gold areas in that across Australia, so it's very, very tough to do all the areas. But we can have a crack at doing one like that. The other alternative is when we get set up, if you're ever in Brisbane, we can just sit down and go through the whole area on the map table. Like, I'm setting that table up, so it's just a map table. We'll have maps kicking around. It'll be great. It'll be a prospector's geek fest, is what I like to think of it as. So, yes. So, yeah, Rob made wireless headphones for the Ace series. $18 Bluetooth sender and receiver and $19 Bluetooth headphones. Well done, Rob. So, yeah, there's lots of innovative ways going around. Lynn's asking when the grand opening is. I'm not sure when the grand opening is. We've got a couple of things to, well, I want to get all this stuff sorted. And secondly, I've got a bit of a job to do down at Upton's there. So when that happens, yeah, we'll get something. We'll certainly announce it, and we'll have a big shindig, and we'll give away prizes, and we'll get all the special guests. We'll get. We might even try to get. You know, we'll see if we can. We'll see if the Gold Wrap boys are around. We'll see if XP are around. We'll see if NQ Explorers are around. We'll have a bit of a show. So, and we'll. It's something then we can broadcast live, sort of thing. So, yes, it will be great. Yes. So, Leanne asked if we're doing another gold hunt further north from Gladstone. There's certainly talk of the Nugget hunt going again in central Queensland, and then we're going to do one. We're going to get the boys are going to try and do one in southeast Queensland. There's a lot of discussion around that. The problem with North Queensland is you can go to some of these areas. It's a bit more difficult to do. Between central Queensland, a few of the boys live up there. Southeast Queensland, a stack of people live up there. If you were to go and try and do it at Georgetown, no one lives up there. It's a hike for everyone. So who knows? I'm not actually organising it. The boys that organised it, Donnie and the boys that organised it, they're all they're looking to do the Southeast Queensland one as well. So, I think it's going to be I'm hoping it'll be a yearly event. I'll be able to do it 2 weekends a year, one early in the season, one late in the season, and we go from there. So, so it's really about time Queensland had its own event. So, of course, just on the weekend just gone, I haven't heard how it all went, but the Langkuri Gold Bash is on. I know a few people are down there. I did hear that the XP team won the trivia night, and some of the members of the XP team can't remember winning the trivia night. They'd had too much to drink. So apparently a lot of fun was had. I haven't heard how much money was raised for the Peter Mac Foundation, but that will come out in due course. So then also, coming up on the 20th and the 21st of October is the Ararat Gold Dig, the Victorian Detecting Championships. So that sounds like a fantastic event. If you're down that way, I know a lot of people, a lot of the Southerners have been chased south with our heat up here. So, so if you're around that area, get amongst the dig. So, yes. Okay, so what else have we got here? So another thing I found, and like I question this, so I need help from people that have got equinoxes and people that have got gold monsters. From what I hear is people are telling me that the equinox, the gold monster is better than the equinox in the goldfields. I don't know whether anyone can help me with that, but I have heard that. Yes. If anyone can help me out with that, I'd really like to know that. Because lots of people are being sold, are being told to buy an equinox, not a gold monster, when they want to go gold prospecting. I know that the gold monster is finding a lot of gold. I haven't heard the same thing about the equinox finding a lot of gold. So if someone can help me out with that, that would be phenomenal. So yeah. Dustin agrees. Gem Q agrees. See, so if people, like, I don't sell gold monsters, I don't sell equinoxes, right? I don't sell online machines. But if you're going to buy a gold machine, don't get talked into equinox. There's a huge problem with people talking people into the equinox instead of the gold monster. Buy the bloody gold monster. I saw a couple of people on the weekend that said, oh no, Mindlab told me. No, buy a bloody gold monster. So, yeah, Lockie Campbell, I watch a lot of Lockie Campbell stuff. Lockie Campbell and Victoria is just absolutely nailing it with that gold monster. Donnie's having a lot of success in Central Queensland with the gold monster. So, but yeah. I think gold monsters are $1,000 odd. See, Dustin makes a good point. He's owned both. The gold monster's better on the gold. So please. I saw some disappointed people around the trap. So right. So people are saying $9.50 for a gold monster. That's about what they are. I'm testing a macro at the moment. I've got a macro, so it's the way to go. So, and I still believe that the machine you use is such a small part of the detecting process. Like the research, I think the research is just as big a part. Of course you'll find we're comparing VLF machines to VLF machine. Of course, if you step between a VLF machine and a pulse induction machine, the pulse induction machine will find more gold. There's no doubt about that. But I do think there's like when you're talking between brands, I think there's very little difference between the two of them. So, yes. So, yes. So, I tend to sell, like, I reckon the AT Max is a great gold machine around that mark. I think it's about $12.49. It's a similar price to the Equinox. I've found, and the reason I say that is because I've found a really good patch of gold with the AT Max. Like, you put a 5x8 coil on, or some of those Nell, you know, like they're 13x9 or something like that coils. They are just amazing out in the goldfield. And being a VLF machine, they're going to be noisy. They're going to carry on, but they're not. You know, that's part of the joy of them. But you get to know that machine, and you get to know it like the back of your hand. I tell you, you won't be you won't. And I don't care whether it's Gold Monster or whether it's AT Max. You get to know that machine. You'll be doing what Lockie does down in Victoria with his Gold Monster. So. Yeah, Lockie is going very well. So, Brenda asks about the Minelab, I suggest you're talking about the SDC 2300. Great machine on gold, there's no doubt about that. So comparable machines are probably AT Max from Garrett. They're on the same sort of, they're sort of on the same page. So I prefer them ATX over the SDC, but you know, that I don't think there's that much difference between the two. And I think if you got to know the SDC and I got to know the ATX, I don't think there'd be a huge difference in what we found. Over a long period of time, I don't think there'd be that big a difference. So, knowing your machine, research, technique, coil swing technique, speed, whether you get out of the car and walk in a line hoping to tag a bit, whether you pick out a 5 metre or a 10 metre square area that you really like because you researched and it's the joint in the fault lines, all these things affect your state of mind. You go out there and you stub your toe in the first 5 minutes and you hobble around on it for the rest of the day, you never find anything, you know. Well, that's what I reckon anyway. So your mindset is such a big thing. And most people who don't do it professionally have only got an hour or two of really good detecting in them before they need to go and have a break. And then that's the first session in the morning, right? So as you get later in the day, the second session might only be an hour and a half. So and by the end of the day, you might do 20 minutes before you need a cup of tea. So, but you know, all these things go into it, and whether a ATX is better than an SDC means so very little when you put it in a big scheme of things. So, yeah. So that's my two bobs worth. So, right. Yes. So. Yeah, Russell talks about it. Talking about machines being expensive, like those first few machines there, those Ace machines, people are paying them off in 4 weeks. So, with gold coins in the park. So, you know, I had a bloke come in the other day who, in 3 months, paid off a XP Deus machine, $2,000 machine, in parks, but. You know, he's unusual in that he does it a lot. So, you know, you can pay off these machines pretty quickly, but, you know, not everyone does. So, yeah. Andrew asked, was there any divining done? No, there wasn't, but we did have a long range detector up there. I wouldn't confidently say that I'm going out looking for gold with that long range detector. Apparently the settings were wrong on it. So, yes, the settings were wrong. So, you know, I've never seen one of those long range detectors work. So it's supposed to work a bit like divining. So, yes, all machines. So there's a question here from Francis. No, not from Francis, from Sean. The pulse induction machines work better on wet soil. All machines will, but yes, the pulse signal seems to like the wet ground. That's why if you take a GPX 5000 to the beach with a decent sized caller, you'll be picking bobby pins at a metre and a half. Like, it's a useless beach machine, but that's what pulse does. It just loves that wet sand. So, but. Francis, can you get, Francis, what was that question? Can you get gays and more girly cover? I think they do a pink camo version of this. So, yes, I believe so. Yes, so. Yeah, people keep asking, like all of these pulse induction machines will punch hugely deep. They will just go for miles and miles and miles. So, in actual fact, I had a big coil, an Infinium coil, one of those big, I don't know, 13 inch by 11 coil, bigger on a Sea Hunter that I have. I've taken that off and got rid of that coil because I've gone back to an 8-inch mono. It just limits its depth a little bit because it's mad on the beast. So yes, so and XP Deus machines. Dustin just makes a point. He liked the look of the XP Deus machine. They're a more expensive machine, certainly than the Gold Monster and Max and Equinox. They're $2,000 machine, $1,850 or something like that, $1,899. But you can set it up however you want. You can run it at 3.6 kilohertz, or you can run it at 80 kilohertz. Depends on what coil you got, of course. But the beauty of that, you run that XP Deus at 81 kilohertz, right, with that little white elliptical coil on it. Oh my God, it's a killer machine out in the goldfield. So, yeah. So that's yeah. Yes. So right. So just a bit of a. We're about 10 minutes away from drawing this prize. So for those that have joined late, I'm Ben from Gold Diggers. We've just moved shop. There's our new address. We're at Upper Mount Gravatt. We're moving out of Upton's Camping Disposals, and we're standalone shop now. A proper prospecting shop with a table I can throw a map on. We'll have a big screen that I'll be able to throw some digital maps on. I'm very excited. This is Monday Night Live. We do this every Monday night, or almost every Monday night. I've missed 2 and I'm shattered. I'm missing you guys. But we tend to give away a prize. Tonight's prize is a great prize. It's a Pro Pointer 2 from Garrett. It's a $200 Pro Pointer. Just a good all-round Pro Pointer. Just takes a 9-volt battery. So all you need to do is share this post. And in about 10 minutes time, we're going to even give you a free 9-volt battery. I'm very generous tonight with the free Pro Pointer. So yes, so all you need to do is share this post in the next 10 minutes and we will draw it out and I will send this off to some lucky punter tomorrow. Also, I quite often get this question, also valid for our overseas viewers. So I will send this overseas. If you win it, I'm looking for our first overseas. Well, actually, not true. We've had an overseas winner. He won a Gold Diggers coffee mug. He sent me a photo back of it, having a coffee in the snow or something or other. So love the photo, but yeah. So yeah, so he had that. So right. So let me clear this stuff up here. Get rid of that. Yeah, I've really had withdrawal symptoms. I was shattered that I couldn't do that. Do it live from the Nugget hunt in Gladstone. It would have been amazing. One of the best parts of the whole weekend was on Saturday night. We did a question and answer thing around the campfire. I just love that. Like people just sitting around talking about detecting, whether it be, didn't matter what brand they had, didn't matter whether it was a $300 machine or a $400 machine or a $10,000 machine. Everyone's sitting around chatting about it, sharing ideas. It was just, yeah. It was a fantastic event. There was no doubt about that. So I'm ready to go this weekend. Where's Donnie? Donnie, let's put one on this weekend. I'm there. I'm more than happy to sit around the campfire and talk a lot of rubbish, really. So yes. So there's Darren from Northumberland in the UK. I'm looking for a good winner. Johnny's here, Ed's here, Lynn. Yeah, Lynn, 2 weeks without a show. It's horrible. I just got to work out a way to do this show without any mobile reception, without spending 20 grand on a satellite truck. So I would love a satellite. I would love to be able to just sit there on the, because there's such cool events. Like I would have live streamed that whole question and answer thing, just sitting around the campfire talking about it. So there was some funny stories being told too. So yeah. Yes. Lisa, g'day Lisa from Cairns. What was that, Steve? What are some of the shows? Oh, okay. So next week, let me just pull up the Monday Night Live schedule. Don't hold me to this. So coming up, so I believe we've got Warren from NQ Explorers on next week. So we might actually do. We'll do a gold panning. Warren's a bit of a guru when it comes to gold panning, so we'll do a bit of a gold panning thing. We'll get some of the pay dirt. We'll do some of that pay dirt. We'll do some gold panning, and so next week will be gold panning. Warren from NQ Explorers will be on. I'll have a little video for you for the nugget hunt, because I'm slack and haven't got to that yet with everything else on. So gold panning next week. I'll be giving away bags of pay dirt. So we're going to give away gold next week. So how many shows on TV or Facebook give away gold? That's what we're doing here next week. So make sure you're on next week. Tell your friends about it. We're going to put out a proper post where you can get a reminder. So you can click on the post, get a reminder. It'll tell you what time it is. I'm going to do it straight after this event, so there's no mucking around. That me forgetting about it to do it next week. So what we'll also do with the gold panning, we might even do a little bit of sort of crevicing and a few little bits and pieces like that about gold panning, and we'll touch on the little. We'll touch on the little backpacker sluice and how to set that up from Gold Rat, our friends at Gold Rat. We'll have a look at that and make sure everyone knows how to run one of them and how good the mat is. So, Lisa from Cairns and Sandy and Paul and Julian, Trevor. Trevor, apparently there was different languages spoken after 10. I assume that's at the Lanakuri Gold Bash. Wouldn't have happened in Queensland, I wouldn't think. Caleb's here. Jason won a sluice at the Nugget Hunt, a run over the weekend. He's had some success. Well done, Jason. Congratulations, mate. Not only did you win a sluice, you've also gone out and found yourself some gold. So, sensational effort there, Jason. And that's what we hope these prizes, and I'm sure all the prizes from the Nugget Hunt, I really hope that they go out and be used. You know, like, I hate to think that you give away a Pro Porter and it sits in the cupboard for 10 years. You know, we want the tip scratched off so it's destroyed in 2 rather than sitting in a cupboard for 10. So, Craig's got about 3 minutes of the question and answer recorded. So, okay, well, you know, there's all sorts of stuff we can do. I'd like to see that, Craig. I didn't get any of that, so. Adam won the big bag, the $270 bag of pay dirt, and got 2.4 grams out of it. So, you know, it's not just about the gold, it's about the fun you have getting it out. So, and I suggested to everyone that won the pay dirt or buys pay dirt, if you want to practice your panning, that's the best way to do it. Add the gold back in, put it back in the bag. When you got 5 minutes, chuck it back in a pan, practice panning again. So, yes. So it's all good. So, what time is it? Oh, it's almost time. Jeez, I'm chatting away here, telling everyone how good I am, and yeah. So, who am I? I am Ben from Gold Diggers. That is actually my phone number down there. If you want to talk to me about it, this phone rings. So feel free to ring me anytime. I say that heaps. No one rings me. So I'm here. Anytime you want to talk about metal detecting, I'm more than happy to chat about that. So let's have a look at, let's get the randomizer going. So you got the last opportunity just to share now, and we'll get the randomizer fired up. There's not a whole stack of shares tonight, so a great chance, and we'll run it. We've still got a couple of minutes, but we'll run the we'll run the randomizer in a couple of minutes. So yes. So yeah. So what else is happening here? So let me just get rid of the randomizer for a minute. Love the panning now. Great. Love it. This is the first time watching the show. Oh, glad to see you like it, Ashley. So yes. David McGarvey's here. Go, David. So, okay, let's get this randomizer going. Let me have a look here. So, people are asking, does it count if you share a messenger? Yes, it does. Oh, hang on. Someone's saying the phone number didn't come across. That's because there it is there. So, seriously, feel free to pick up the phone anytime. It's not an issue at all. So, yeah, I forgot to click the button. That's why that slide thing didn't come across. Okay, so let's run this randomizer. So, Lynn, I've got to send you a mug. So, randomizer. So, tonight's prize of a Pro Pointer 2 goes to Francis. Where are you from, Francis? Francis. I don't know where Francis is from, but Francis, I'm going to contact you straight after the show. I'm going to organise to get this out to you tomorrow, and I'm also going to organise for Lynn to get the coffee mug because she really helped me with that note about putting my address on the website. Righto, guys, so let's call it quits there tonight. We've got a big gold panning episode next week. Warren from NQ Explorers. We'll have a quick look at sluices. It's pretty hard to run a sluice here in the shop live on the thingo, but we can do it. I'm sure we can do it. And then, yeah, happy days. So if you've got any questions about gold panning or crevicing or how to run a little mini sluice, just save them up for next week and hit us with the questions then, and we can go from there. So don't forget to ring me. I'm Ben from Gold Diggers, and this was Monday Night Live. So thanks very much.